What if the moment you feel most alone is actually the moment heaven opens over your life? Sometimes the wilderness that surrounds you is not punishment, it is preparation. Sometimes the silence of the valley is not emptiness, it is the doorway where God chooses to speak. Jacob was about to learn this truth on a night when the world felt wide, cold, and uncertain. Imagine a man walking alone across a vast landscape. He has left everything familiar behind: his home, his comfort, his family. The mountains stretch endlessly, the valleys lie quiet beneath him, and the wind carries the weight of his thoughts. Jacob is running from danger, unsure of his future, unsure of himself. As he travels, the sun begins to sink behind distant peaks. Shadows lengthen across the ground. A golden glow spreads across the horizon. The world becomes quiet, so quiet that Jacob can hear his own heartbeat. Maybe you've felt something like this. A season where you're stepping into the unknown, unsure of what comes next. But it is often in these moments, on the lonely roads of life, that God is nearer than we realize. Night settles gently over the earth. Stars scatter across the dark sky like diamonds. A cool breeze sweeps over the valley. Jacob is exhausted. With no shelter, no companions, and no plan except to keep moving, he finds a resting place beneath the open heavens. He picks up a stone for a pillow and lays down on the hard ground. It's in this stillness, under a sky so vast it takes his breath away, that Jacob's ordinary night becomes a divine encounter. Scripture says, "And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set up on the earth, and its top reached to heaven." Genesis 28:12. Heaven touched the earth, right where Jacob lay. Imagine this moment through the language of nature. A beam of light rises from the mountainside like a glowing staircase reaching into the stars. The sky shifts with radiant colors. Light cascades down like waterfalls from heaven. Angels ascend and descend along this ladder of brilliance. Movement of divine purpose flowing between heaven and earth. This wasn't just a dream. It was a message, a declaration, a revelation of God's nearness. The God Jacob barely understood was now revealing himself in overwhelming beauty. And then Jacob hears a voice, steady, gentle, yet filled with power. "I am the Lord. I am with you and will keep you wherever you go." Genesis 28:13-15. Not just on the mountaintops, not just in moments of victory, but here, in the wilderness, in uncertainty, in the quiet places where fear tries to whisper louder than faith. The voice continues, "I will not leave you until I have done what I have spoken to you." As this promise echoes, the night sky seems to respond. Clouds part, starlight intensifies, and a soft glow spreads across the valley. Nature itself reflects the hope God is planting in Jacob's heart. What looked like a place of loneliness becomes a place of promise. What felt like an ending becomes the beginning of a new destiny. Jacob realizes that God had been guiding him all along, that even when he had no map, heaven had one. Even when he felt forgotten, God was working behind the scenes. Morning light breaks over the mountain peaks. Sunbeams pour into the valley. Jacob awakens, overwhelmed, transformed.
He looks at the rising sun and declares, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." Genesis 28:16.
And that's the message for you today. God is nearer than you think. The valley is not your end. The wilderness is not wasted. Heaven is still opening in ordinary places, still speaking in quiet moments, still sending promises wrapped in light. The same God who spoke to Jacob under the stars is still speaking, right now, to you.